You can have all the money in the world. You can be a millionaire or a billionaire, but there's one thing that that much money can't buy. It cannot buy you a brain.
She is in Russia. She's been there
over 110 days. Now, how can she feel like America has her back? I would be feeling like, do I even want to go back to America?
And yes, that clip was of LeBron James. We all know LeBron James, the social justice warrior who likes to throw his 2 cents in whenever he feels necessary. And every time he does, he says something stupid, and then he backtracks, and then he deletes it because he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. And he made a statement in that quick clip that Brittany Griner, he doesn't even know why she would want to come back to America because America doesn't have her back. Well, number one, America shouldn't have her back because she was one of the biggest national anthem protesters out there among athletes. And although she plays for the WNBA, and we know that league is basically nothing, where they get like 500 people a game to come and watch it. She wanted to protest the national anthem, not play it at the games for whatever reason, police brutality, abortion rights, hunger strikes, whatever the cause was, she did not want the national anthem played. But now she wants the United States government to help her get back home to America after she's been detained in Russia for God knows how long, for having vape cartridges that supposedly contained hashish oil, THC oil, some nonsense. She claimed that she didn't know she had them. Then she ended up pleading guilty in a Russian court, hoping she would get a light sentence. Now, I'm not saying I want this girl to go to prison, especially in Russia, but she needs to cut the bullshit. You're begging the United States government to help you get home, but when you're home in the United States, you don't want the national anthem played at WNBA games. So you're a hypocrite, Brittany Griner. And LeBron James, we all know, again, social justice warrior who loves saying shit or talking about shit that he has no clue about. Like back in April of 2021 when a police officer in Columbus, Ohio shot and killed Ma'Khia Bryant as she was getting ready to stick a knife in another girl's chest. He had a job to do. He did it. Somebody died, unfortunately, but that's the job that he had to do. He saved one life, took another. LeBron James didn't like that. He tweeted, he's sick and tired of the police killing black people, and he posted a photo of that police officer on Twitter, basically to incite violence against the police and incite violence against that specific officer. And not long after, he took it down because he's a fool. He knew he was wrong, and I'm sure somebody had to tell him that because he's not smart enough to figure that out. But now he has to say that America doesn't have Griner's back. And why should she even want to come back to America? Well, King James, as you like to call yourself, what has America done for you? You have made millions and now billions living in the best country in the world. Yes, we all know you're a basketball superstar, and you've made millions of dollars right out of high school. And that's fantastic. I applaud you for that. But I could care less, to be honest with you. I could care less that you're a fabulous basketball player. I could care less that you're a billionaire. Because in my opinion, you're not a smart person. You need people to tell you what to do. You need people to tell you what's right or wrong. That's why when you put out these ridiculous tweets, all of a sudden you take them down and then you make some stupid comment and backtrack and that's not what I meant and I didn't want that police officer to get harmed and I didn't mean America wasn't a good country so Brittany Griner wouldn't come back. You need, or he needs, just to stay in his lane, whether it's in one of his many fancy cars or in his chauffeured limousines or on his team bus. He needs to stay in his lane. Stick to basketball, stick to making movies that no one went and see, and now stick to making this new show, I believe it's called The Shop. Stick to that, because apparently you're good at that. You're good at acting. You're a great ball player, but you have no place in anything else, especially when it comes to matters of, let's say, policing. You're clueless. You are, like I said, a social justice warrior, but I'm pretty sure you have armed security guards wherever you go. I'm pretty sure you have police escorts wherever you go. And again, the greatest country in the world made you a very wealthy man. And as for Brittany Griner, I honestly could care less. I don't want her to go to prison for a long time, especially in Russia. I don't wish that on anybody. But she committed a crime. She knew what she was doing. She knew she had the vape cartridges. That's why she pled guilty. But now she wants Sleepy Joe Biden to help her out. And quite frankly, Joe Biden can't help himself. He probably can't even tie his own shoes at this point. We know he can't read. He can't read off a teleprompter. You remember the good one that just came out. Repeat the line. That's Joe Biden. That's the President of the United States who can't even read a teleprompter. But this WNBA athlete's begging old Sleepy Joe to help me get out of this country. I don't know if that's going to work, but quite frankly, I don't think Joe Biden gives a shit. Because all Joe Biden cares about is sending billions and millions and billions of American dollars to foreign countries to make sure his son doesn't go to prison. Ukraine, China dealings, all that, all the above, Joe Biden's been involved in, but Griner wants his help. And LeBron James had to say that, but it makes me wonder, Mr. James, why aren't you doing anything with all your influence and all your money? Why aren't you doing something to help Brittany Griner get home? I'll answer my own question, because you don't care either. You only care about yourself and your family, which is fine. You should care about your family and take care of your children, which I'm sure you do. But you don't care about anybody else. You're certainly not a Shaquille O'Neal, who goes out of his way to help people in need. You'll never be a man like Shaquille O'Neal is. Like him or not, you may be a better ball player than him, but he's a better person than you could ever be. And he's smarter than you will ever be. So again, all that money can't buy you a brain, because we all know you could use one, because of the ridiculous things you put out in tweets, and all your millions of loyal followers applaud you. And then you turn around and delete them, and then post something to backtrack because you just looked like a fool. The fool that you really are, because you're not a smart person. And I'm pretty certain that all your business endeavors, they weren't thought of by you. You put up the money and your name may be on them, but no, you don't have a college degree. You have a great basketball skill. That's where you need to stay. And I don't give a fuck how much money you're worth, because that kind of money can't make you a smart person. It can't stop you from making illiterate tweets, talking nonsense, making tweets that want violence against police officers because you didn't like the fact that a criminal was killed by one. So I'm pretty sure you would have rather seen Ma'Khia Bryant stab that other girl in the chest and kill her just so the police wouldn't kill Ma'Khia Bryant. Is that what you were saying? Or you really don't know what you were saying because you can't think for yourself. I'm sure you have people that sit behind you and tell you, Brown, you got to take that tweet down because it was stupid. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, write something else and say I didn't mean it. You're a fraud. Yeah, you got a lot of money. You don't give two shits about justice, about social issues. You live in your gated mansion in your white neighborhood and you preach. Keep the preaching on the basketball court or in your movies or in your TV shows. Because quite frankly, I for one, and I'm a nobody and I'll admit that, I don't give a shit about LeBron James or how good at basketball he is or how many businesses he owns. I could care less. Because all that money, one more time, won't make you a good person and it won't make you a smart person. So however you feel about the U.S., that's on you. If you don't think they have that girl's back, that's on you. And should they? Maybe. Maybe not. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if she makes it home. That's not up to me. She committed the crime. Now she has to pay the price. But again, I don't see you doing anything to try to help her out of Russia. Oh no, because you don't have it in you. The only thing in you is to run your mouth where it doesn't belong and then say, oh, that's not what I meant. That's what you meant. That's exactly what you meant. So basically what you said was, fuck the United States, even though I became filthy rich from it. The United States doesn't care about what? Black people? Is that what you were getting at? Mr. Social Justice Warrior, you're full of shit. You think you're elite, but you're not. You're only elite in one thing, playing basketball. So why don't you stick to that and keep your mouth closed when it comes to anything else, because you're only making a fool out of yourself. And that's the end of my rant. If you haven't already liked this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you do, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified you won't miss an episode. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Share my videos if you will. Put the message out there more than it already is. And I'll see you all soon with something else. There's so much going on. We all know Sleepy Joe's in the Middle East. Something good's got to come out of that to talk about. Again, I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend.